Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered here, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Wednesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, so you can watch it on either platform on demand. Today is December 18th, 2019. And now the news at noon. From the Durango Herald Report, Highway 151 was reopened on Tuesday after a two-vehicle crash closed the road, that according to the Colorado State Patrol. The vehicles crashed at 12:12 p.m. on Tuesday between Tiffany and Allison, closing the highway, said State Patrol Captain Adrian Driscoll. The State Patrol opened the road around 2 p.m., but said it may be closed again when La Plata Electric Association returns to fix its broken equipment, Driscoll said. At least one man may have serious injuries after a live power line fell on a vehicle near milepost 11, close to the Archuleta-La Plata County line, Driscoll said. Emergency responders could not make contact with the driver under the power line for at least an hour as they waited for LPEA to cut energy flowing to a grid powering the wire, Driscoll said. Law enforcement identified the drivers as a 76-year-old man and a 64-year-old woman. No others were identified in the crash. At least one person was taken to Pagosa Springs Medical Center. It was unclear as of 1:40 p.m. how the drivers may have crashed, said Trooper Josh Lewis, a spokesman for the State Patrol. The Southern Ute Police Department will investigate the crash, Driscoll said. The SUPD said in an email that speed and alcohol are suspected to be contributing factors in the crash. Details about injuries were not available, and potential charges have yet to be determined. And this is a developing story. A marijuana moratorium extended another year in Dolores, that as reported in the Journal with a photo Jim Mimiaga. For the 5th year in a row, the Dolores Town Board voted to continue its moratorium on retail marijuana sales for another year. The temporary ban on retail pot operations passed unanimously and is now set to expire December 31st, 2020. However, recognizing that a more permanent decision is needed, the board scheduled a special meeting at 6:30 p.m. on December 16th to try again for a more defined solution or direction on the controversial topic. The extended moratorium was needed, officials said, because the board needs more time to decide on what direction to go before the previous moratorium's deadline of December 31 expired. Quote, the board needs to handle its responsibility and make a decision, said Mayor Chad Wheelis. Multiple attempts to set a policy during the November meeting ended in 3-3 deadlock, with one trustee, Jen Stark, absent. Trustees are faced with three options. They could vote to allow the sales and set a timeline for drawing up regulations for the businesses and cancel the moratorium. They could vote to permanently ban sales. They could vote to put the measure on the April or November ballot. The extended moratorium was needed either way, officials said. If the current one was allowed to expire at the end of this month, the town would have no regulations in place for recreational pot sales, which was made legal in Colorado in 2012. Towns and counties are allowed to ban retail sales. Montezuma County has banned retail marijuana sales in unincorporated areas. Cortez, Mancos, Durango, and Telluride allows them. The land use code would need to be updated to address marijuana shops, said town attorney John Kelly. The code is currently going through a revision and update process. For the marijuana measure to make the April 7th election ballot, language needs to be certified by February 4th with the Montezuma County Clerk's office. During the November board meeting, the board deadlocked on motions to have the issue on that April and November ballot and on whether to extend the moratorium. Town residents are divided on allowing retail marijuana stores. During public comment, resident Toby Baker encouraged the board to take action and allow the stores. He has worked in the industry and said it is very heavily regulated. Dolores School Board member Lynetta Schull previously presented a formal letter from the board opposing legalizing marijuana shops in town because she says it could harm students. And a Dolores man faces hit-and-run charges. An infant was injured, as reported in the Journal. A Dolores man was arrested December 7th in an alleged hit-and-run involving two pedestrians and an infant near the Dolores Community Center in Dolores, the town, according to the Montezuma County Sheriff's Office. According to an arrest affidavit, Jeff Lee Merchant of Dolores was driving a silver SUV near Riverside Avenue and 4th Street just before 10 a.m. and allegedly struck a pedestrian walking near the annual Christmas bazaar at the town Community Center. The male pedestrian fell into another pedestrian who fell while carrying an infant, said Sheriff Steve Nowlin. The infant suffered a head injury and was taken to Southwest Memorial Hospital and then to Children's Hospital, Colorado, Nowlin said. The baby has returned from Denver Hospital and is recovering, Nowlin said. Witnesses reported Merchant, age 61, had turned to avoid a parked car and then struck the pedestrian. He left the scene and drove to his nearby residence, according to witnesses cited in the incident report. Deputies contacted Merchant at his apartment, and during an interview, Merchant reportedly told the deputy he had been blinded by the sun and didn't think he had hit anyone. Merchant also said he had taken prescribed medication before the crash, and he did not pass all parts of a sobriety test, the arrest affidavit said. Merchant was arrested on several charges, including driving while under the influence of drugs, reckless driving, vehicular assault, and an accident involving personal injuries. Formal charges by the 22nd Judicial District Attorney are pending. During a court hearing on December 11th, Montezuma County Judge Jenny Lynn Lawrence increased Merchant's bond to $10,000 cash at the request of District Attorney Will First. Merchant was also given a protection order barring him from contacting the victims. And now let's take a look at our local weather. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 36 degrees. East winds now around 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming south in the afternoon. Tonight, increasing clouds with a low down to around 17. I know last night we hit 7 again at my house. Thursday, mostly cloudy through mid-morning and then gradually clearing with a high near 35 degrees. East-southeast winds remain around 5 miles an hour and become west-northwest in the morning. With Thursday night, we have clear skies and a low around 16, but the north wind will keep the wind chill factor in play. Friday, we see a sunny day with a high near 38 degrees. Friday night, mostly clear and a low around 19. And warming up a bit for the weekend before Christmas. Saturday, partly sunny with a high near 41 degrees. Saturday night, mostly cloudy and a low to 22. And Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high near 45. Sunday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 26. And for now, heading into next week, Monday, mostly cloudy with a high near 44. And then our Christmas snowstorm potential starts up Monday night with a chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy, and a low around 29. Will we have a white Christmas? Check back in later. And now, back to the news. From the Journal, thanks to the help of a Veterans and First Responders Support Organization, the mortgage on the home of Marine Gunny Sergeant Scott Copenhofer is now fully paid off. Copenhaver died August 10th in Iraq after suffering fatal wounds while supporting Iraqi security forces. He is survived by his wife Renee and 2 children, Colt and Penelope. 4 months ago, the Stephen Siller Tunnel to Towers Foundation promised to pay off the family's mortgage, and on December 10th, it officially came to pass. Quote, having my mortgage paid off has been a huge relief for me and my 2 kids, said Renee Copenhaver in a statement. It means that we can have time to process the next steps in our journey with grief, with one less financial stress that comes along with it. Scott would be so happy to see us being well taken care of in his absence. Copenhaver, age 35, was assigned to the 2nd Marine Raider Battalion, Marine Forces Special Operations Command, based at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina. He served as a critical skills operator and suffered fatal wounds after becoming engaged in gunfire while supporting Iraqi security forces, according to MARSOC MARSOC spokeswoman Major Kristen Tortorici. His family was selected as one of 24 to receive a mortgage-free home from the Stephen Siller Tunnel to Towers Foundation as part of its Season of Hope program. Quote, Gunnery Sergeant Copenhofer is a true hero who served his country for well over a decade, said Frank Siller, the foundation's chairman and chief executive officer. It is our honor and our duty to support his family after this tragic loss. He is a hero in the eyes of his wife and children and in the eyes of all of us at the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. The organization was founded in honor of Stephen Siller, a firefighter with the fire department of the city of New York, who died on September 11, 2001 in the attacks on the Twin Towers. This December, the foundation chose 24 critically injured veterans and Gold Star and fallen first responder families and is providing them with mortgage-free homes for the Season of Hope home giveaway. Reported by the San Juan Record in Monticello, Utah, a group of San Juan County residents from Spanish Valley are initiating a petition process that could put a controversial action by the San Juan County Utah Commission on the ballot. A petition carrying 7 signatures was presented to San Juan County Clerk John David Nielsen in November. On December 3rd, commissioners determined that the petition was referable. The next step is gathering signatures from county residents. Matt Zunick, Renee Trout, John Jackson, Terry Lance, Nancy Campbell, Ryan Ellis, and Lloyd Wilson sponsored the petition. They are all Spanish Valley residents. If enough signatures are secured, the petition would put an ordinance passed by the Commission on the November 3rd, 2020 ballot for voter approval or rejection. On November 19th, the County Commission approved a series of ordinances that established a master plan for planning and zoning in Spanish Valley. Commissioners rejected a series of changes recommended by the Planning Commission to a preliminary proposal that had been submitted in September by Landmark Design. The approved plan split the zoning for a number of existing properties, meaning single properties that had been previously zoned commercial may now be zoned with a portion commercial and a portion residential, and this raised the ire of many property owners in Spanish Valley. In addition to pursuing a petition process to put the issue on the ballot, property owners are also considering legal action to oppose the changes. The sponsors will need to secure the signatures from several hundred county residents in order to put the issue on the ballot. State law governing the petition process has been adjusted. Now the signatures will need to be secured from areas across the county rather than just from a focused area. At the December 17th Commission meeting, Commissioners approved a map which split the county into 4 separate areas. Resident signatures on any petitions will need to reach a threshold in 3 of the 4 areas. This initiative would place the issue on the 2020 general election ballot. The 2020 election will include other countywide races and will not be a single issue election. And today's High Canyon Country happenings. December 20th, it's Comedy Night at Dolores River Brewery. Comic Uprising presents P.J. Johnson at the Dolores River Brewery, featuring many local favorites, and it starts at 8 p.m. December 20th is also the Women's Solstice Restorative Yoga starting at 5:30 p.m. at the River Studio Collective in Mancos. Join Julie Hartline for 2 hours of deep nourishment and relaxation through the practice of restorative yoga. Contact Julie for more information or to register. Email jkhartline, that's HARTLINE, @gmail.com. And if all you want for Christmas is pizza, December 21st, you can get your fill with the Sweetwater Gypsies. Starting at 5 p.m., they'll be outside the Fence Line Cidery in Mancos. And getting ready for the new year, January 14th, the Montezuma County Extension will host a Colorado Agri-Ability Winter Workshop that runs from 1 to 5 p.m. at Pueblo Community College, 33057 U.S. Highway 160. The topics will include steps to improve confidence, substance abuse, and suicide prevention, and community resources. Speakers will include Norm Dalsted, Candace Leathers, and James Craig. For details, contact Candy Leathers at 720-539-4435 or email cleathers, Leathers, at goodwilldenver.org. And I post up all of these High Canyon Country happenings every day on our Facebook page, which is DCTV News at Noon, so you can look up the phone numbers and the dates. And we also upload the daily news to our YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to and search for with the same name, DCTV News at Noon. And the broadcast is also posted to our general Facebook page, where we add links to stories of interest, share other events or news and weather, and where you can join in on the conversation too. This is your local community TV station. So if you have something you'd like to share, contact us by email dcbnnews@gmail.com, or you can call us at the station 970-677-4119. Thanks for tuning in. News at Noon now airs at noon Mondays through Fridays, and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel and posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. And if you like us there, please mark it with a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.